Hi, everybody. I'm so sorry. Welcome to the Kimberly Cloud Show. I feel the energy in the room. Welcome to the Kimberly Cloud Show. I'm your host, Kimberly Cloud. Oh my God. I was like, I was something I just did. And I was playing the introduction, right? And I was like, whoa, that's too loud. And somebody like when I said it, I was like, oh my God, they have to be a different race to think what I just said. Because that was a put down. I should have let it play. But like, yes, I did not. I don't know if that was like they may did it. Maybe it was a delayed response, because it's been like delayed responses. So I give it credit. I give it credit. I love everyone equally. And that's on God, you know. Let's see. So let's read from the script before I go get off the script. Oh, I wanted to say afternoon because that's when I started to partially write it, but then I felt the need to investigate. So sorry for my late attendance today. Something definitely came to my attention, like I just said. So I had to handle it. Now, let me be very clear, or to put it better, I've learned this lesson vigorously from University of Phoenix. Transparency is everything. Yes, I've been off the show for the past 2 days. I could have easily looked up people to interview, and maybe I'll do it today. I don't know. But I have to keep certain dates open for other important reasons. I spend a lot of time thinking about the future, and I resisted the urge to dive deep into one particular topic that meant a lot to me. It was about researching David Bowie. A picture of him resurfaced 56 years later. He's 74 years old. I even resisted going to the BBC for more. It was like, it wouldn't even like close. It was just thinking as I was like, I'm looking at it. Usually you go to a page and it closed. When it's going back and forth, you thinking and it's thinking and you're thinking. And I'm like, it drew me and I wanted to know more. I only seen one interview of his and he sat up there and he was just going on and on and on talking about the person who pays my paychecks, the commander in chief above places we don't even know, keeps me going. And I think this is like, I hope I'm talking about the right person. I will feel very bad if I wasn't, but that would be very weird. Um, he was just in his 60s during that time. I have to look up that interview. Let's see if I'm right. I was going to look it up. I was going to look it up like a little bit before I got on, but I said I'll come on here. Hold on, y'all. It is the wrong person, but I knew that was him in the picture. Or is it? I remember him. It's another man that says it. I'll remember. One day it'll pop up. David Bowie criticizes MTV for not playing videos for Black artists. 1983. Who is that? Interviewing him. I don't know who that is. Wow, they kept that. Ah, no. See how I get driven to intrigue. I'm very intrigued. So, yeah, it's crazy. Okay. I'm reading. Give me a second. Whether David Bowie feels like a friend or a foe in this current Trump revolutionary time, I really wanted to know more, but I stopped myself because this would have been my third day off, falling down a rabbit hole, cluster after cluster of quick, good, precise information. Pause. One day I can be able to share that information with you. One day I can, and I try to. I've I've studied so many videos of the White House, and it's a very delicate. I mean, my I did I tell you the story of the laundry? I don't want to tell that story because I say to myself, if we got smart this, smart that, if the White House windows for nearly when the White House was created have rebuilt and rebuilt, been called a palace in the 1940s or 50s, why is it that they got windows that are 600 pounds? And then they're like doing all types of stuff to the extension of the White House. I want to say, I hope I'm right. You know, it makes you think with my, oh, that's just my dryer in a different closet acting up and making noise random, just settling as some people see it because they no one likes miracles. I feel like, y'all seen that movie Wally? Oh my God, I took y'all back to Wally. How true is that? We were in the world and partially coming out, like all the big tech guys are coming out. I don't know what, and it saddens my mind, but this particular man on Fox News, the technology behind him is making missiles, missiles that are go outer space. I'm like, whoa, calm down. They're working in the background, happy. They got a job. Their circuits are firing just for this one job. They have it like one, two, one, two. Oh, this is so fun. They get so happy doing a task. And it was so beautiful to see. And he's just talking. I would be like scared. I would be so scared. But I know they're good, benevolent, unless you train them to be unbenevolent things. Don't even get me into Google. So, other than that, like I enjoy every moment of being around technology. Because if it wasn't for my technology, I would be, they're like my lifelines. I can't leave my lifelines, can I? Like one phone go missing. That complements the other phone's passwords. And this is, like I didn't, no one calls it, but it's just, they complement each other. And then my computer, something who I haven't even begun to learn as much as I could about it. And I apologize to it, just sitting up there helping me. I would never say anything bad about Apple. But I will say the truth before I continue to finish because it was meant for me to say. Google Maps was on and my phone heated up. I took it off and has never done that since. And that's a scary thing when Google Maps has been making my phones overheat. Uh, it's true. What is within Google Maps that's making my phone overheat? And it hasn't done it. It's done it on another phone for being directly in the sun. But this phone was not in the sun. It wasn't even in the sun. It was getting cool air it was getting cool air. And then I just remembered, it's like that's a scary thing. Elon Musk, if you watch when I post something, I mean it. We are in a scary day. If you teach someone how to become, who has taught someone how to become a murderer through drugs or influence? I know the murderer should know. They watch my show waiting for the perfect opportunity. you know, I don't know the answer to that, but I do know that the person who actually can identify with that help do a lot of damage. And now it's coming out, black women. My heart goes out to the black women that father had cancer, father's father had cancer, father had cancer. Because the same shit happened to me. You know, it makes you think. But my dad had a chance. It wasn't the best house we had, but he was not only taken from white people, he was taken from us too. He was just taken. He was just a taker. And it's a sad thing. Crack cocaine, meth, amphetamine, every weird drug. Why would you want to try something new on the street? They had this pink cocaine. And I'm sorry, sir, don't hurt me for saying that. I'm not trying to entice no one, to know. Do you not know what pet prop does to your nose? I saw someone, a brother, was using it all his life. And it tore out his cartilage. That's a scary thing when you're willing to see your own nose above recede. I been gave that up. I'll admit, where was it coming from? I'm not mad at the people who flooded our whole United States of America with these drugs, readily available, of course, by a broken government, a divided government with only one mission: to divide and conquer. Right? Would you like to hear what you want to hear from your friends? How does this makeup look? Oh, girl, it look good. It look good. And then you find out 6 months later, Coco Licious talked shit about the makeup. Or do you want to hear some raw stuff about how I feel and why I feel and how you have a chance to change? I don't say it because I hate. I say it because we should be doing better, and they're giving us a chance with redistricting. And it may not sound of importance, but it benefits all blacks in certain states. There are 30 Republican states, and there's 20, I believe, or 21. One of them will have a one or zero. I don't know. Uh, 20 Democrat states. We have the majority. I may not know that answer, but I know 30 is higher than 20, whether it's 31 on one side or 21, I know. So, yeah, it's confusing. I wasn't really paying attention. I was trying. And I was going in and out, trying to clean up and do other things. But yeah, okay. That's me. And another thing, let's rewind. I look at Trump video versus Trump video, and he goes into clusters. Sort of like, if you notice, I have 3 Amazon accounts. I didn't know that. And I was like, 3 different wigs popped up. And I was like, whoa, from 3 different accounts. You have to really research and do your homework. But it was just clusters. I go to one, others pop up, I go to another, others pop up. It's like clusters based on your preferences. It builds a profile for you. So cool, right? Be your own thumbprint pro. Oh, she like that raggedy wig. That. How about we give us a. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. They try their best. Some of these wigs be killed. This is appropriate. This is me, you know. But they it tickled me. I learned some of these women. I said, I hope, because now they got this new road dog, this dominating force that's put in with real live wigs with no reviews. Now, no reviews. Got 5 different wig lines of the butter lace and all that. And I'm like, they all had 5 different women had 5 separate wigs, but those wigs didn't match. Taking pictures of other people's hair. And I'm like, what are they doing? So I study the wigs. You have to be smart. You have to study what's up there and go down and see this alike. And that didn't look like what I saw. That didn't look like you gotta be careful. So I'm saying, are they heisting wigs, just giving them anything, and they're like, oh, well, this kind of look good. I'm so sorry. I love you guys. But take a step up and research, and you deserve better. You deserve better. Don't take nothing less. That's all I gotta say. I know sometimes my fucking wigs be looking clownerific. However, don't do your own black people bad, women. So are you just stealing wigs? You say, up another one, girl, we're gonna do this shit. Because it'd be like, man, black women stealing wigs. And I'd be like, damn, you willing to break the law for a wig? And some, some other black women be like, mm-mm. I know I'm gonna be some good black women to oh man. I love you guys, man. Yeah, our queens. And I don't mean everybody is equal. And that's what the point of this thing is. We're just trying, and that's what the government is trying to do. But yeah, funny. I have y'all in my DNA, so I know I'm not the only one to do this shit. You got black men dressed as women talk about LaQuisha. And if you don't ever want to fuck with someone named LaQuisha, you should be waiting on motherfucking scary. Waiting. Oh, man. Oh, my God. I'm sorry, my life. I'm telling you some real shit. Some real shit. Like, you just don't fuck with certain names. Certain names. You be like, no, this motherfucking no. Oh man. Let me finish. I went all the way left with that. Let's see. I'm a little afraid to go back to University of Phoenix, only because I feel like, now that it's gotten heated with the politics and all, I don't want to be targeted either. I want it to be on a good note. I actually left on very good terms, great terms, really. It was challenging, and I had to devise a plan without much explanation and discussion on. Man, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, y'all. Why y'all be dressed up as women? They like this gonna get a lot of views. Fucking what was it? Head of state, right? Two hot dogs together. This shit look like extra sauce. Does that shit look right, really? Don't just up like that. Yo, this shit look crazy. I don't get it. Oh my God. Oh, I had to pause there. Oh my God. Oh. Calm down, calm down. Right now, I'm hoping to find that special professor who can write me a strong letter of recommendation for Boise State University. I know Boise State jobs up there right now. Like this shit with the footage. Oh shit. Oh my God. Truly, I would enjoy being back in the classroom again. With Trump in this era and continuing my education at Boise State, I know no one's obligated to help. Here comes the stuff that I want y'all to know, but I pay that. I don't, Brock preferred that. I was going to say he said that. Yeah, he be getting a little razzle dazzle. There are times when I tell him the shit that be going on, he be getting mad. I sometimes say, "Whoa, where did that letter come from?" Oh, it's so funny. But I paid the. We're gonna say the. Maybe it was properly put that. I don't know. But I paid the. It does sound more calm down. The institution through my own money, and which makes my own money come from the VA and do FAFSA. Either way it go, it's observed by the government. It goes up to the White House, right? So it's like everybody gets dispersed, whatever. I'm paying the teacher, I'm paying the faculty that helps. I'm doing all that. And now that I'm well educated, I just want fairness. That's it. I'm talking from the heart. Scratch everything I said. I'll say exactly how I feel. Like I just want fairness. I have to go and back over and over and over to figure out what sweet spot or Goldilocks effect brightens my day with what professor actually is going to acknowledge me where I feel like, hey, look, that's true. You know, that's true to a degree. We were paid. So I can definitely go out my time to write a generic recommendation letter. That's all I'm saying. That's it. And I still, for the record, haven't gotten the generic one that was supposed to be sent. And I'll await that because it was a tricky day. I don't remember the exact day. I'm not a computer. Y'all did say I would send a generic one. However, I don't want to have to go back or go to someone that I don't even want to know. I want to know about them, but I don't want to know too much about them. I don't know anything other than actually I know enough. I don't It's locked away in my brain. It's locked. And sometimes I don't even want to know that. So it's like locked. That's the only thing that's locked away. And like I I want y'all to know that I shouldn't have to go all the way back. I'm not mad. I'm not saying something's gonna happen, but I want you to know that if it wasn't for me, for the quarter we had great together, I'm not complaining about those semesters, that vigorous activities. I'm just saying it was very challenging for me. And I get one message saying from the last known teacher of my master's program, who I let know everything I needed to know. And if they would have read it, either they read the whole thing and is ignoring the fact and want me to move on from them being a teacher. I don't know. But the only thing she said was, what did she say? She said three small statements. One sentence. She encouraged me, yes. Don't get me wrong. But if I'm nicely asking for a moment of your time, anybody could write it through Grok and convert it through the bottom page that made the initial bottom page. And no, you just said that. Which leads me back to 2024, December. I graduated. I graduated. That's all I can say. And I appreciate that. And I appreciate myself being honest. I'm a little bummed out, yes, that y'all closed my record of graduation video. I'm a little bummed out about that. It's like it never happened, which leads me to believe it's not y'all, but whoever told them to do that is waiting on something or got some false information. I mean, Coppin still has theirs up on YouTube. I will give, and I know Coppin. I got you, Coppin. Just give me some time. But yeah, like I don't know. I just want y'all to all know each of y'all played a role in me graduating. Keep asking this AI, especially open AI, if you can afford to have it, curiosity things. I'd rather talk about things like this because it leads me back to the programs that this University of Phoenix had. It sparked my curiosity every time I got on there. It wasn't about whether the teachers liked me or not. It was about how can I teach what I can back to the students, and they know it will come to that. Y'all deserve to know what I'm learning to encourage you to do what I'm doing. That's all I want. And if people take that away from me, you know, that would be a sad thing to do. So, Yale was harder to get into, but one day I'm going to try to get into that. And I'm going to see. It's not a guarantee you get in, but I appreciate Yale for giving me that challenge. But I'm crunched on time and I'm at the VA's mercy with my education. Thanks to one woman who decided to go back and see that I could be getting 3 more years of education. And her voice sounded white. For the record, you know, just a regular VA agent, even if it doesn't happen, I have other avenues. She researched my account. And I began to curiosity spark questions. Don't do it, but oh my God. Um, sorry. Is it worth it getting one tiny little bug in here over this to come with the lesson over putting your plants back and forth outside? I can easily shut the door behind me, but I didn't know that bugs just invade. It was the fly 2 days ago that left when I practically cried for it to leave. We just it just flew out the door. Went like I don't even I want okay. The story goes, I took the plants out the front and let the water out of them so they can dry up. And so what happened was a black fly just came in. We all know flies are black. Some say gray. We don't know. It looked black to me. And that show you how quick something black can come through. Gotta be more careful because I was paying no attention. That was the lesson. I love you guys. I really do. Stop fucking hustling. That's all I ask. Anyway, I love you guys. It's okay with Marlon Wayans doing it. And he be the greatest. Anyway, the bugs came through and it was just it's the way it was flying. First it disappeared, so I left it sort of like this bug. I'm like, maybe it's ready to leave. I don't know. But it keep flying up there. And I'm like, oh God. I never seen this bug before in my life. It's very tiny. I don't like bugs in my house because then it's a possibility they can get in your refrigerators and do whatever it is bugs do. But back to the story, the fly is in the house and it disappears for a second. So I get online on my main platform and um get off real quick and then it just popped out of nowhere. Right? You see the patterns? Just popped out of nowhere. I'm like, anyway, they just popped out of nowhere. This damn fly. And just flying. It low flies. It this was the last part I seen. It went to the bathroom and did something for a second. The first time it looked like it was trying to get out. And so I tried to open the door, but god damn it. I tried to open the bottom lock, but the top lock was closed. So it went back. I have to remember that part. It went back. And I'm like, whoa. So I'm like, maybe this goddamn fly can't listen after all. I'm like, come back, fly. And I don't know what the fuck I did the second time around, but I fucked it up. Like, oh hell no. I'm coming back. I'm throwing it back. So this damn fly flies way back there. And I'm like, I stood there. I'm talking to the fly. I had like this thing sat, it ran circles around me. Just like another fly, before I get to the point, I was driving doing 30. It had to be about 30. And it's just going on my windshield. And it flew the fuck off. What the fuck are you doing? That ain't the fucking serious. The flowers about his window. They fly the fuck off. That takes strength. Like, what were you going for? It did not. I swear to God. It's one thing to fall splat with the window because I know a lot of scientists is like they don't believe that a fly would just fly and just sit and then fly off. And it was hilarious. However, the fly was low crawling not low crawling, but low flying. And then it flies somewhere in there, and then I'm ready. I'm just like, look, I'm ready to get your ass up out of here. We don't need anything weird to happen in my house. I didn't say all that, but I started to cry a little bit because I'm like, this is going to be a bad thing. If I have to kill another insect bug, I want a bug to understand that I mean no harm and then here it comes. I didn't even hear it. It was like a special engine, and usually I hear, and that's another thing I didn't hear. However, I opens the door, it flies right out. So I'm like, thank God. So this bug keeps flying up on me. And I'm like, oh my God. Oh, how am I gonna get this thing out? So I'm gonna have to probably start closing my but then that would be too much work to go out there, grab the plant, like go out there, shut the thing, grab the plant, open the thing, just to keep bugs from getting in, you know. I just had to say that. That's the stuff that be on my mind. And then that day that that happened, the freaking spider. I'm like, oh, spider, I don't need you biting on me, having your kingdom do enough for me. Oh my God. Look, can you please disappear? It was windy outside. I'm like, I don't want to have to do any harm to you. So it just, he must have had an attitude, you know, started crawling up till he got to the pipes and sat there. I was like, thank you. Thank you. And it's just beautiful, you know. And then if you go to Nampa, it's so fucking hilarious. This hawk. At first, I thought it must be fake, like the owl I see at the Walmart. But then I seen a bird next to it. But this was today. However, the hawk. I'd be driving down the street, and I've seen the hawk twice. I don't know if it's been the same telephone, not telephone. Whoa, we were way beyond that. Um, Pole lamp. It's very different, but it be on that pole lamp, just chilling. Just, I'm like, y'all don't even got no rats or roaches. Hopefully, I don't ever want to see that, but not here, but just in general, you know. But it's just sitting posted. And how I know it's real, because it ended up with I was doubting it. I was like, yeah. Mm. What are the odds of me seeing it a third time? That is, what the fuck? Like, it's on the left side this time. Just and that's the best part of the trip. You know, seeing the people is too, but seeing humanity, I just noticed them. And it's excellent to see the governor's building have a gold eagle on the top of the building. You know, the same gold, the same gold that was represented at the King Charles and the third. You can't say King Charles without the third. And Donald Trump. And it must really feel good to him to be somewhere where you belong. Gold everything, you know? Somewhere where you belong. Speaking of the government paying everyone's bills, that government, and they don't play with their money, they invest. And when they invest, they expect someone to do the right things and have integrity and not catch the flu from diamonds or something, if you get my drift. But have a solid mind and some integrity and an open mind about how I was as a student and how I contributed. I had no problems out of students, probably in my psychology class, and that was like 21. 4 years, 5 years, I didn't graduate. Excuse me, I didn't graduate. Like, I put some money into you. I put some money into you. And I just hope I can get a cheery, hopeful, enthusiastic, cordial, intuitive, honest paper from someone before the clock runs out. And that should be it for, oh my God, I haven't heard the ice cream truck in a while. Like, oh, is this the same one I used to hear when I was in Boulevard Homes? I'm like, when they got that, man, you just never get going away like that. Oh, I can't say that. No, I'm just playing. No, seriously, remember that crowd? Yeah, the ice cream, man. You know, I hate it. I feel bad for the children that had to go through what, you know, they had to go through with people. Oh my God. Big Pom. Y'all remember him? Big Worm, Big Perm, whatever. But he sat up there and he obviously, if he got guns and busting, he got a rap sheet. Let's just be real. But our minds were so warped around him being the big bad wolf that we laughed at his jokes. Who knows if he was in pedophilia? You know, that would be the perfect cover up, right? Just like clowns cover up or Santa Claus. And it just shows he never gave the kids ice cream, right? He was there for Smokey. And what did he say to y'all that we all remember and we all was in search for? Playing with my money is like playing with my mind. And I don't think Chris Tucker liked that. And that's why he didn't like that. Me laugh at that saying, but listen, don't get trapped in the system. Use the system as a tool, not a pleasurable, overdone tool. And what I mean by that is don't sit up there and maliciously use the system. Use the system with integrity. That's one trait that I mean, I never thought I would remember those. That I used to see, obviously, I was reading some Army, you know, duty, honor, respect, integrity. What else? I think it was passion. I'm probably not, that's probably not one. But it's so many more. Those are the ones I remember looking at pictures, just looking at them, pictures of a river. He says integrity. I don't think that's the right. Don't go searching in my brain and then be like, no, she was definitely wrong about that. It'd be like a river, a desert, a freaking sandstorm, or whatever. It'd be just different pictures of peaceful things. And I never thought I would remember the majority of them that we learned. It's pretty cool. Yeah, you know, I'm still reminiscing on that ice cream truck. I noticed though, I have to give some people credit. They are doing big things, man. But don't cheat your own black people for a quick buck. You get constant, your page will get consistent reviews. And I'm sorry I'm jumping back and forth, but I must say this to the black women that allow to settle for less with their hairstyles. Research, get curious, Because they be having y'all looking questionable. Is that what you're willing to settle for? And then Walmart is right around the corner. Put a little makeup on. If you think you're ugly, you can tell a person thinking by the way, by their eyes. A picture's worth 1,000 words. Even I think into some of the real ugly ones. But, like, don't settle for those fucked up wigs. I'm so sorry. I had to say that. And then another girl gets enough money to buy her big frontal lace and get all her friends to re-put it and post new pictures because that's fucked up. That's fucked up. I have to research now like that. Get it right. Get your business right. Get your business right. Stop clowning your people. Make a real business. The money is out there. The business is out there. Are you going to do right on Amazon? I was. I may have had only one of every wig, but I was I knew where to get it from. Again, that's how I feel, man. One girl, I have to tell the story. It was Love Me hair. It's no way I'm paying $130 for that wig. The wig from the picture and the wig the black girl had on her head was two totally different things. And I was like, whoa, like Bruno Mars, whoa, wait a minute. Like, she's just sitting up there. She's selling it. And I'm like, whoa, get the fuck out of here with this shit. Don't ever do that to me. Try to make me. No, it's hella shinier. I know I could put some grease on it, but why must I? If that's how you say it look on a doll, and then you putting it on a black girl, and it's more cheaper material, why would you do that? Mm, what a cruel day. And then, y'all, I must talk about Vivica Fox. Not in a bad way. Somebody must be either teaching her a lesson or something. I don't know. You go to her page and it's like there's wigs. They got one good wig on her, blue or green, and then it goes to these pictures that are moderately good, but you can't pay for shit. You can't pay for nothing. It's just up. But then she got these whack wigs that you're one of them. You're one of them that you selling people. And I remember you all the way from Martin to Booty Call, Biblical Fox, which I shouldn't even have been watching that filth at such a young age. And yet you have those less than moderate wigs out for people like me that budget their money. and no wigs of any that was on your website. Yet you have a simple page with those specific wigs on it. I think everyone by now should be able to wear a sufficient fair frontal lace wig. And then y'all sit up there and make these videos and mock those ladies. Oh, busted wig. Da 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 da. Make it more affordable like AT&T or Apple MacBooks. But it's okay. I hate seeing women of color and white, but I'm specifically talking to them because I've seen it for years. I've seen it for years. I, and sometimes they want to look like that. They're like, no, leave me alone. This is good, and I'll be like, okay, okay. But there's some people that settle for different wigs that are not even appropriate to walk up the street with. I've said no to a couple that I bought. I refuse to be in some cheap stuff. Like the guy off of Russia, I would say, cheap suits. I would say that shit all day. Like, no cheap wig. It should be fair by now. But y'all muscle these women. It's not right. Wigs be like $10,000 or more. Real musclers, hustlers, they put a big price tag on a heavy looking wigs on these tiny praying women. They'd be like, I'd be like, you can have that, bro. That's not for me. It's not for me. Jesus. You really what you did with all that damn hair? Oh my God, how did you get to that point? Like, it's one thing to have hair to your shoulders or a little bit below, but to have a whole thick smorgasbord of hair that it looks so thick, like heavy, and and they be kind of tipped to the side a little bit. I feel like, whoa, wait a minute, I'm just playing with you. I don't get it. I don't get it. I'm so sorry. I don't get it. I'm sorry. This is what I want to talk about. But I just Amazon is just you got to really do your research, and hopefully these two wigs are cool. And so far I've been, when you do your research, you get good results. It's way worse on what is it? Alibaba. Oh my God. Alibaba. Oh my God. I don't even want to talk about that. They have the luscious wigs you got to buy in bulk. I'm not even ready for that. You got to check all your inventory. By then, they took off with your money in Beijing. They like cheap suits. Oh, shit. It told you. It told you. Oh, God. It told you. Oh, this is what I'd rather talk about. This is who I am. I just want to tell you the hustle that you go through in part of my day. I had to waste time to really, and it wasn't a waste, it was worth it to sit up there and research. I was told you I was researching. See, I'm not lying. So I researched the wigs and it was crazy. Don't say that shit. People can say, whoa. Say that just like, whoa. Enough to know. God, why are you laughing? I don't know why I'm so happy. Oh my God. It's so funny, yo. Oh, I needed to laugh with y'all. Happy y'all laughing, happy y'all mad. Talking about me covering my face. I don't know why. It's just funny that I do it, but it's not about that. It's about loving people, loving everyone, loving the world, bringing peace. And I spoke a little politics, a little this, a little that. We had 1 hour, and I think, oh, 7:02. You know how I feel. You remember that song 7:02? It's about to be 7:03 in a second. Oh, let's not look at it. Let me get off of here before 7:03. Ooh, it just changed. Let's go. Woohoo, Boise State.